Imagine the 9th century. Great caravans travel along the roads of the east. The sand of the desert, the smell of ink and parchment, the voices of scholars and madrasas. In the very heart of the ancient city, and anyone know him? A boy is born. His name is Muhammad ibn Ismail. The world does not yet know that this child will become one of the greatest scholars of Islam. His father was a righteous and honest man, but fate decreed that the boy was left without him early. He was raised by his mother, a woman of strong faith and patience, and then one day a trial occurred. Little Muhammad lost his sight. Night after night, his mother wept and prayed. She asked Allah to restore the light to his eyes. According to legend, in a dream she saw the Prophet Ibrahim. He said to her, Allah has restored your son's sight because of your sincere prayers. And in the morning, the child saw the light again. First steps in sins. From early childhood, his heart was drawn to knowledge. At 10, he was already studying the Hadith. At 16, he knew thousands of traditions by heart. But this was not enough, he wanted more. He wanted to collect and preserve the words of the messenger of Allah, the path of the trotting history. And then began a journey that would change history. Mecca, Medina, Basra, Kufa, Baghdad, Damascus, Egypt. City after city, teacher after teacher. He met with the greatest scholars of his time. In total, more than 1,000 mentors. He listened, wrote down, memorized. They say he knew around 600,000 hadiths, but memory was only the beginning. He checked every hadith, he weighed every word, he studied every chain of transmission. He sought only the truth, testing Baghdad. One day the scholars of Baghdad decided to test him. Read, he wonder-headed hadiths and read them to him. Imam Al-Bukhari listened attentively. When they finished, he began to answer. He corrected every hadith, every chain of transmission. 100 out of 100, the scholars of Baghdad rose from their seats, and they said, before us is the Imam of Hadith. A great work. Years later, he began the work of his life, a book that would become a legend. He worked on it for 16 years. Before writing down each hadith, he accompanied it with prayer. He performed ablution. He prayed 2 rak'ahs. He asked Allah for the correct ruling. Ultimately, he selected around 7,000 hadiths. Today, this book is considered the most reliable collection of hadith after the Quran. Difficulties. But even great scholars do not avoid trials. Some envied him. Some rulers did not understand him. And one day he was forced to leave his native Bukhara. He set off towards Samarkand. Last days in a small village of Hartang, he spent the last days of his life. He raised his hands and said, "Oh Allah, the earth has become too small for me. Take me to you." In 870, his soul returned to its creator legacy. More than 1,000 years have passed, but the name of Imam Al-Bukhari still resounds in mosques. His book is studied all over the world. He was not a military leader, he did not conquer cities, but he did something more. He preserved the words of the Prophet of so for all generations. From a small boy in the city of Bukhara, he became a guardian of the hadith, the man who transformed knowledge into life for the entire world. And as long as people read the hadith, his name will live on. Imam Al-Bukhari, a scientist whose life became a bridge between the past and eternity.